WorldCorp is a well-known, supposed ARG that took off and never quite landed. You'd think, as with most failed ARGs, it would fall into the black hole of silence. Except that, in my opinion, WorldCorp isn't an ARG. And here's why. WorldCorp is probably my most obsessed over unsolved internet mystery. I jump down the rabbit hole whenever I get the chance, if only because I'm desperate to find answers. This is why, when I stumbled upon a thread on 4chan's paranormal board X involving WorldCorp, I was jumping in my skin to update those interested in the investigation. However, before we get into that, I'm going to give a brief summary of what we know so far about WorldCorp on the off chance we have newcomers joining this disturbing internet mystery. The WorldCorp mystery has been around for several years now, with the earliest mentions dating back to 2016. It all started with a YouTube channel, a website in Soundcloud, and someone's curious Reddit post. On December 21st, 2016, a Reddit user who has since deleted their account posted to the subreddit r/conspiracy with the title 4chan's X WorldCorp Investigation. In the post, they wrote, "For those who don't know, a few days ago, X stumbled upon something huge. An underground organization that calls itself WorldCorp Enterprises, a self-described multi-dimensional omni-corporation, has been making odd and very unnerving YouTube videos for over a year, but have existed for far longer than that. A SoundCloud exists, with content ranging from odd and off-putting raps to straight-up upsetting and fuzzy sound bites. They have other social media, all with various ranges of content, from gross vomit-worthy sexual content that's now deleted to cryptic hidden message-laced walls of text. Their Discord chat reveals a lot of off-putting information about what they are. The self-proclaimed CEO, who is active nearly 24/7 in the chat, revealed the following. The children in the videos are, in fact, children, and the audio is genuine. In order to join the organization, a personalized set of tests are sent to applicants consisting of odd prerequisites and often disturbing activities. After all applicants failed, the CEO said they are no longer looking for employment. They are based out of the urban American Northeast, but membership is worldwide and consists of all different types of people imaginable." The poster then linked to the corporation's website, videos, and Discord server. This is where the investigation launched, with both Reddit users and 4chan users diving deep down the rabbit hole. Over the course of the next few years, various things will be brought to light about the organization. First was the disturbing content posted on their website and YouTube channel before both were deleted. If you know anything about WorldCorp, you probably heard how disturbing some of these videos were. A few involved children screaming, with one actually being linked to on the dark web. This video was titled Dreamer Heaven. The other more memorable videos in their disturbing content included fatherhood and Each Day I Grow Some More. I highly recommend not listening to these videos as they are extremely unsettling. That said, there are re-uploads scattered across the web. The WorldCorp videos are easily the most talked about aspects of this mystery and the most disturbing, but to avoid leaving the hole half-filled, I'm going to briefly recount other key points of the investigation so far. In addition to a website and YouTube channel, I also mentioned a SoundCloud that's actually still accessible today. The SoundCloud has multiple uploads, most being rap songs. While it's clear the WorldCorp SoundCloud is related to WorldCorp Enterprises, I am skeptical about its authenticity and the reason behind the SoundCloud. Honestly, it makes no sense to me. If I was back to thinking this was an ARG taken too far, or an obscure band trying to make a name, I could see it making sense. But I no longer think that. If you realize something about the SoundCloud, aside from the somewhat creepy lyrics on certain uploads and odd sound combinations on others, please share it in the comment section of this video or email me your thoughts. Before we move on, here's the SoundCloud description. The media team has no hand in the business operations at WorldCorp Enterprises, but it does cooperate and associate with other parts of the organization if need be. The next thing I want to briefly touch on is the YouTube channel previously thought to be related to WorldCorp, Silva Gunner. In one of their videos, Silva Gunner included parts from the video Each Day I Grow Some More, where an adult can be heard angrily saying the lyrics of the children's show Caillou while a child sobs in the background. After the hype about WorldCorp reached its peak, Silva Gunner made an announcement claiming they had no relation to WorldCorp Enterprises and found the clip on the 4chan board X. As Silva Gunner is still active on YouTube and we have no reason not to believe them, that was the end of their supposed involvement in this mystery. The last thing worth mentioning before diving down this new depth of an already deep rabbit hole are the videos already out there about the WorldCorp investigation so far. The most well-known videos are those by Nexpo, SomeOrdinaryGamers, and ScareTheater, but there are also dozens of others worth checking out. Quick note, I'm only mentioning these YouTubers because their videos go far more in-depth on the information discovered up to this point. If you're still confused about WorldCorp and you want to learn more, I'll link to their videos in my video description. And now, it's finally time to discuss new information involving the WorldCorp mystery. While browsing 4chan's paranormal board X, I discovered a post titled, "I found a group related to that WorldCorp thing." It was posted on January 1st, 2020. Of course, the post immediately grabbed my attention. It read, "I don't know where else to post this. I've seen stuff about 4chan solving things like this, so I'm posting here." I was looking at mobile games just for slivers and giggles and came across one called CNR Jailbreak. It's some kind of Minecraft stylish game based off the minigame. Turns out there's a group there called Gavin's Group. You can find them in servers they name Plan and Gavin's Group. I soon learned these guys find kids in this game and other games. They pretty much stalk them online, getting as much info as they can, and blackmail them for pictures and stuff. I came into contact with a few members through Reddit. The only conversation I had worth sharing is with a dude called Wall3. I'll paste the whole chat in comments. Basically, what OP is saying is this group dubbing themselves Gavin's Group is using the mobile game CNR Jailbreak to trap children into doing disturbing things. The OP then went on to share the conversation they had with the user called Wall3. I won't post the entire conversation as it's long and quite honestly disturbing as all heck, but I will link to the X thread in the video description. In the meantime, I'll highlight a few key points. After Wall3 mentioned WorldCorp Enterprises in their conversation, OP asked, "Wasn't there some WorldCorp stuff on YouTube a while back, something about disturbing videos?" Wall3 replied, "Yes, I don't do that stuff, that is very gross. I don't know if those kids are from CNR or what. That group belongs to somebody else now. Gavin doesn't own it, but he is delusional and thinks he does. That group is connected to us though. I've talked to many of the members, but I don't know how they're connected. I think they collabed with us for something." They then add, "We are not what you think at all. Well, some of it." Later in the conversation, OP asked, "So does this mean WorldCorp wasn't some ARG?" Wall3 replied, "No, it's not an ARG. They're trying to get you to believe that now since they've been figured out. I genuinely feel bad for the kids in the videos, but not in Gavin's group." OP asked, "Why not for the ones in Gavin's too?" Wall3 said, "Because they're not important. We don't care for them. They are things." Honestly, this entire conversation is a mess and hard to understand due to the format it was shared in. That said, the focus points escalate from slightly messed up to downright disturbing as the conversation goes on. OP is clearly trying to fish for more information, and Wall3 is either stringing them along or proving how messed up WorldCorp, and apparently Gavin's group, truly is. Either way, it's enough to inspire an investigation. So let's get started. I want to start at the beginning by doing some research on the Jailbreak CNR mini mobile game. OP claimed Gavin's group operated on servers like Plan and Gavin's group. According to the icon in the picture shared by OP and the lack of another option, the game is called Cops and Robbers Pixel Prison Games 1 and is made by a group called RioVox, who are known for similar games. According to reviews, the game is quite old and inspired a lot of nostalgia from return users. I spent over an hour scrolling through reviews, including hundreds of the 1-star reviews, and found nothing about a demented cult blackmailing kids. That said, there were numerous reviewers claiming the game was filled with perverts. This is extremely unsettling as the game is mostly popular with younger kids. I couldn't find anything mentioning Gavin's group specifically, but given the reviews, it wouldn't surprise me. Throughout the process of making this video, I started the CNR Jailbreak app in hopes of finding a server named Gavin's Group, Plan, or something similar, but I didn't have any luck. I also wasn't ready to give up either. Instead, I started researching the group itself. A quick search on Google brought up a group on Roblox called Gavin's Group. Now, the company Roblox is also linked to a game called Cops and Robbers Jailbreak, although the only downloads available are APKs on sketchy websites. Other than this, I really couldn't find more information on the game or Roblox versus RioVox. If anyone has information regarding this topic, please let me know. Moving on, the group on Roblox called Gavin's Group comprised of 9 members. There really wasn't much to pin this group to the group mentioned on the 4chan post, except the name and the question of Roblox versus RioVox. The public comments on the group's wall aren't exactly eye-grabbing, and none of the members share similarities to the names mentioned on the 4chan post either. There's another group on Roblox called Gavin's Group of Group that also doesn't bring much to the table. After sifting through pages of links, I came across a post from December 28, 2019 on the subreddit r/CNR Jailbreak titled "Avoid Gavin's Members." The post by user Don't Blackmail Kids, later found out to be the OP of the X post, read, "These guys blackmail kids from this game and other games targeted toward children with info they collect, like addresses, phone numbers, emails, etc., for pictures. Members include Gavin himself, E12, Sib, and many others." On the X post, OP shared the Reddit usernames of people involved in Gavin's group. The first thing that caught my attention was the user Devin Get the Hint, or as OP and others identified them, E12. You see, Devin Get the Hint actually posted to CNR Jailbreak subreddit, mindless stuff, but still, a link nonetheless. And according to OP's conversation with Wall3, E12 is the original creator of Gavin's group, but is now nothing more than a player in Gavin's game. Now, Devin Get the Hint has a Reddit cake day of September 11th, 2019. Their description reads, My name is Devin, I'm from Canada, and I like to post horror stories and random stuff. After exploring Devin's Reddit profile for way too long, I concluded he was nothing more than a young troll trying to get a rise out of people. Still, a couple things worth mentioning include Devin admitting he has violent tendencies and that he considers himself a sociopath. If the ex-post conversation shared by OP is truly claiming E12, or Devin get the hint, is nothing but a teenager lost in a disturbing game by the ringleader Gavin, I could probably believe it. But Jeebus, I was still so confused and desperate to find out more. So I started looking into the other mentioned Reddit users. The first was OWhat3334, or Gavin himself according to the X post, but I didn't find much. They have a Reddit cake day of December 3rd, 2019, and that's about it. They have one comment on an unrelated post. The second person, Wall3 in Ovens, had a freshly created cake day of January 1st, 2020. I messaged them myself, hoping for additional information or a slip-up. While the conversation was just as unsettling as OP's, the most they said was Gavin's group blackmailed kids into sending pictures, where they'd then sell those pictures to criminals for a profit. According to Wall3, WorldCorp is one of several groups who requested work from Gavin's group in exchange for more products to sell. The only other thing worth mentioning is, judging from a message from Wall3, they're in the EST time zone. However, when I mentioned this, they claimed, "I'm in California with E12, but you'll never find me because it's a small town with a population less than 200. Do with that what you will." This is essentially where my shovel hit rock and my journey down the rabbit hole ended. At the moment of creating this video, I'm sitting on the original X thread and a repost I made to poll, hoping for more information to surface. Hey guys, I'm adding an edit to this section because halfway through recording, I spoke with the supposed ringleader Gavin. I want to briefly discuss the information they shared involving WorldCorp, so here are my highlights. Quick note, I am in no way claiming any of this is the truth, just relaying what I was told. First, Gavin said they pay WorldCorp through PayPal for videos. You can guess what kind of videos he was referring to. Second, Gavin also said WorldCorp created the Soundcloud in an effort to deter people from thinking the videos were legit and promote the idea of an ARG should the videos gain traction. Last, when I asked why WorldCorp would post the videos in the first place, Gavin said only WorldCorp would know that. Now, before I get into the theories, I want to confirm this incident was reported to the FBI. Literally everything uncovered throughout conversations with those involved was included. Was it necessary? I'm not sure. It could be a hoax, and I'll discuss that during one of my theories, but we're obviously better safe than sorry. Theory 1 is probably the most popular theory, but it's one I no longer agree with, that this is nothing more than an ARG. In the beginning, I could reason this mystery as an ARG because it styled itself as one and had various aspects increasing the likelihood. But there's a point when ARGs are taken too far, and if this is, in fact, an ARG, it was taken too far a long time ago, before this new information came to light. I say this because there's always the possibility this new information has nothing to do with the WorldCorp mystery, despite the people involved claiming so. As someone who used to browse the darkest pits of the dark web in hopes of finding content for cybersecurity websites I wrote for at the time, I know firsthand some of that stuff is too real to be fake, even if the poster intended it as a troll. Remember, it always originates from somewhere. This leads to my next theory, the one I really don't want to believe, but unfortunately it makes more sense than the ARG one. What if WorldCorp truly is an underground organization or cult filled with disturbing things and members better off in prison. It wouldn't be the first time. I'm so torn on this mystery right now, and I honestly don't know what to think. It's clear the videos linked to WorldCorp are messed up and terrifyingly real. And if we can truly link Gavin's group to WorldCorp, it only reiterates the fact that WorldCorp targets kids. I can't say anything for certain, as there's just not enough information to form a concrete conclusion. Still, the knots in my stomach tell me there's a bigger picture here that is probably more messed up than we know. And until more information is brought to light, we can only hope this theory is a stretch, and the more likely answer is my last theory, that this is all a giant hoax or troll. As an ARG is unlikely, this would be the best possible outcome to the WorldCorp mystery. From the hours of research I put into this mystery, I can honestly say the possibility of it all being one giant, disturbing hoax or troll taken too far is likely. My mind keeps traveling back to the WorldCorp Soundcloud. Why put your voice out there, especially rapping explicit and just downright weird songs? Gavin claimed it was to deter from the bigger picture, but it could easily play into this theory as well. What if it was a group just messing with everyone? It would sure beat the alternative of a dangerous organization picking off kids. Honestly, I'll keep saying it, I'm at a complete loss. This mystery only grows as time goes on. Right now, the only thing we can do is wait patiently for someone else to come forward with more information, or for authorities to take action. So this is an unexpected addition to my video, as the WorldCorp and Gavin's group investigation is still ongoing and information is being brought to light all over the place. First, Gavin, or OWhat3334, came out saying Gavin's group was a giant troll, not related to WorldCorp, and that he was really 11 years old and created the group as a joke with his friends. E12, or Devin Get the Hint, said something similar, that it was a joke gone too far with his cousins. However, shortly after, Gavin came out saying he only called troll because he wanted to be left alone. Later, we did discover a group on CNR Jailbreak comprising of people who all seem to know each other, Wall 3 included. People are still on the fence about Gavin's group, but the general conclusion is it's a bunch of teenagers trying to be funny. The sad thing is, there's nothing funny about human trafficking or abuse. As for the WorldCorp investigation itself, we actually created a Discord I'll link to in my video description. There are a few people regularly investigating the mystery and discovering new things, such as more information on the SoundCloud raps and a possible connection to the rapper. There's also a video I discovered by a YouTuber called Sinner who brought to light another perspective of the WorldCorp mystery. Basically, WorldCorp was previously owned by a man named Gary Lee, who is thought to be the man in the video who drank his own. It brings a lot of questions to the table. Sinner says in his video he thinks the second WorldCorp was created by a bunch of edgy teenagers. As much as I want to believe that, a huge part of me doesn't. Still, I highly recommend giving his video a watch, as it only deepens this rabbit hole. Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. If you fell down the rabbit hole and your mind is now buzzing, let me know in the comments and consider joining our Discord. And of course, if you liked my content, give my video a like and hit that subscribe.